Hey guys, this is Random Chaos with a new video for you guys. I have a request from a friend. He wants me to do the offseason recap for the Seattle Seahawks. So without further ado, guys, let's get this thing started. Happy to be here for you guys, and let's get this thing started. The first thing that the Seahawks did was sign running back Eddie Lacy from the Packers to a $5.5 million deal for 1 year. They ended up signing him after losing. That's tight. They've really not really had a running game ever since Marshawn Lynch left, and now with Marshawn Lynch going to the Raiders, that's making it even worse. They do have a couple of good running backs. They have Lacy and Eddie Lacy, and they have what's his name, Thomas Rawls, and some Ty Montgomery, I believe. I'm sorry, not Ty Montgomery. Some other guy that they have. So, that's a good signing for them. The next guy they ended up signing was a much-needed offensive tackle, Luke Joeckel, former first-round pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Believe that was a good idea by them. They really need to work on that offensive line. Next thing they did was they ended up signing defensive end David Bass. Don't know really too much about this guy, but I do know that he used to play for I believe he was the Eagles, so hopefully he does good for them. The Seahawks ended up releasing a couple of players, including Parrish Cox, Chris Briggs, tight end Chris Briggs, center Ryan Burbank, defensive tackle Ross Coe, running back George Farmer, wide receiver Jamil Johnson, kicker John Lunsford, and running back Terrence McGee. So that's just a couple guys that they ended up releasing. Another guy that they ended up claiming running back Mike Davis, former running back for the 49ers. So he's really good, actually, speedy type running back. They also ended up signing former first-round pick in Dion Jordan. So hopefully he can learn a couple of things from Cliff Averill. As far as their draft go, they did not have a first-round pick. They actually traded down to the second-round pick. They ended up drafting, with their first pick that they had, they ended up drafting defensive end / defensive tackle Malik McDowell from Michigan State. Then they ended up drafting center Ethan Pokick from LSU. They also ended up drafting defensive back Shaquille Griffin out of the University of Central Florida, I believe. I think that's what UCF stands for. They also ended up drafting strong safety Delano Hill from Michigan, defensive tackle Nazar Jones from NC State, and last but not least, wide receiver Amara Darboh from Michigan. That's as far as what they did for the draft. They ended up signing Terrence Garvin and Dewey McDonald, Mike Wilhoit, and Bradley Dougald. All good signings, I believe. Something that could really help that team. They ended up signing. They ended up re-signing tight end Luke Wilson. That's a really good re-sign for them. Luke Wilson's a solid tight end, really good route running. So that's really good for them. They added a much needed guy in Ode Obayashi, offensive guard. They also added linebacker Arthur Brown, who I think is a really good tackler. Not the biggest hitter, not the fastest guy, but he's a really good tackler. So that's pretty much what I got for the Seahawks, guys. Just stay tuned. See what else comes up, and let me know what team you guys wanted me to do next. I do have another video for the Raiders. My sister wants me to do one for the Raiders. So yeah, see you guys soon. Stay classy.